world, and it was very challenging time. I grew up and it was Soviet Union, and it was interesting for me to see. I was surprised, to tell you the truth, when I became congresswoman, I was asked to be on Foreign Affairs Committee, and I said, oh, I have too many domestic issues. We need to strengthen country internally. So I said, oh no, and then with this crisis, I felt I could be an asset. But what interested my observation, so I didn't know most people in Ukrainian government, but when I started kind of look them up and I recently met a number of them, I was surprised because most of them are my age. Mm-hmm. And that is a very interesting age. We're the people that grew up in Soviet Union, then saw what happened when it fell apart, 90s were terrible Wild West, and then it got exposed to Western culture. So this is a group of very different people that really values freedoms probably more than a lot of other people.
And you've chosen to visit, I believe, twice since the Russian invasion. You have family still in Ukraine. What has happened to your own family?
It's very brutal. I actually have very old grandmas, and in 80s and 90s, and one of my grandma was in the city. Really, it's a hero city that was bombed for over a month and held the ground city of Chernihiv and saved really Kiev. And really, it was heroic people, but the level of destruction. I went there. Honestly, I couldn't even connect with my grandma for a while because they had no communications, no water. I mean, it was very disturbing for me to see that. But this is really heartbreaking to see what's happened to people there.
We heard from Avril Haines yesterday, the head of the Office of National Intelligence here in Washington, that the U.S. assessment is that Putin has not given up on a broader effort to take Ukraine. And in her words, there is an unpredictability and an escalatory potential to this conflict which could get much worse. How far do you want the United States to go in its support of Ukraine?
Well, I think, West, and not just United States, and Europe too, have to be committed to this cause. And I think Putin is not going